6 degrees, the wind at 9 miles per hour, and clear skies as the Rays and the Red Sox square off with Brian Anderson. Dwayne Stats will be joined by Ryan Bass throughout the evening on this Tuesday, Jackie Robinson Day. And we'll take a look at the starting lineup brought to you by your local Ford dealers. For Boston, Jarren Duran's going to lead off and left, with Rafael Devers, the designated hitter. Alex Bregman will be at third and hit third. Wilyer Abreu, the cleanup hitter, and right. Trevor Story, the shortstop. Christian Campbell is at second base. Tristan Casas at first. Ceddanne Rafaela is in center field, and Carlos Narvaez will bat ninth and do the catching.
Well, taking the mound tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays, it's going to be right-hander Ryan Pepiot. You take a look at his three lines. You like to see those walks there. Last two starts, 3 walks in each of those, and you know that Ryan Pepiot wants to clean up that command a little bit because the stuff is awesome, and when he can pitch from out in front in the count, he can be a handful.
And tonight, all the players, managers, and coaches, again wearing Jackie Robinson's iconic number 42. As we are set to play baseball, Duran steps in against Ryan Pepiot. With Dodger blue 42. And the first pitch is fouled by Duran back into the screen. We are underway.
Well, there's the look at the arsenal for Ryan Pepiot. That four-seam fastball 38% of the time. The changeup has been a very good pitch for him. Slider getting better action on it than it did a season ago. The cutter and the curveball.
And again, a foul ball. Quickly 0-2 on the Boston leadoff hitter.
And that changeup has really taken the next step. Fastball has always been effective. He gets good ride and carry with it. Typically, he's very good with that pitch up at the top of the zone. It's a pitch that's also good enough to beat you in the zone.
And a good variety of pitches from Pepiot as well.
Moving in different directions.
Upstairs, 1-2.
That fastball gets good carry and it gets some run to it, and then you've got the slider that's moving to the glove side and getting a little bit more tilt. Then the changeup down and away with really good fade and depth to it.
This one is wide, 2-2.
Well, he keeps you guessing, and he's not afraid. Not afraid to pitch in the zone, as you see most of these Rays pitchers are not. They know that their stuff is good enough to play. And so they will be in attack mode all night.
This one is skied toward short center. It's Walls going out from shortstop, and he's going to make the catch in front of Meisner out there.
Let's take a look at the rest of the Rays defense in that outfield left to right. We've got Christopher Morel, Cameron Meisner, and Jake Mangum across that infield third to first. Junior Caminero, Taylor Walls, Brandon Lau, and Jonathan Aranda, with Bet Rorgvet getting the call behind the plate.
Now Rafael Devers, the designated hitter. And he takes it, just a little high, 97 up there, close. Pitch in on Devers as he fouls it back. Pepiot last faced the Red Sox in the middle of September last year. That was that game. He had 12 strikeouts, including that immaculate inning when he struck out the side, 9 pitches. 2-1.
No, that's what we're talking about, how dominant he can be. You know, his stuff is that good, but it's about commanding it. Staying out of bad counts. Right here's a 2-1 count to a pretty accomplished hitter in Rafael Devers. Got to be careful here.
And he misses up and is behind in the count, 3-1. Coming off his 5-inning outing against the Angels. Big cut right there on 96.
How about that? And that's what we were talking about the stuff being good enough to beat you in the zone. You don't want to have to live like that all the time, but a 3-1 heater, against a really good hitter, and he was able to power it right by him.
Lined into right center. That ball's going to be in there. Extra bases for Devers, who's on his way to second. And he picks up his 6th double of the year.
And that's exactly the reason why you don't want to hang your hat on having to beat a guy in a zone with the fastball all the time. He comes right back to it. Devers makes the adjustment. Shortens up on the swing just a little bit and is able to flip that ball out there deep into right center field. On a line.
Alex Bregman with a man in scoring position here. One gone. 95 is up out of the zone. Bregman hitting .274. And a strike is called. And down, he takes it. 2-1. Well, 14 pitches in, 7 strikes and 7 pitches out of the zone for Pepiot. That's going to be a strike at the knees. Squares it up to the Boston third baseman. Wilyer Abreu is on deck. Popped up, foul. That's going to carry out of play. Aranda gives it a chase about halfway to the dugout railing, and into the stands it goes. Into the dirt. This one's skipping by Rortvedt. And that's going to move Devers over to third on the wild pitch.
Yeah, Ben Rortvedt just did not have a chance on that at all. This curveball right here, knuckle curve, it was yanked by Pepiot, and you see Rortvedt is just left to try to throw that glove out there to the backhand side and hope to knock it down. And Dwayne, hope is not always the best strategy.
Can't count on it. Rays tighten up that infield. They pull it in. 3-2. And a shot back into left. Morel will have to play it on a hop. The run will score. Bregman gets the runner home. And Morel was not quite sure on that ball in left.
Bad read. That was a bad read. That's a dangerous hitter that hit the ball towards the end of the bat. And I think originally Morel thought that this pitch or that this ball was going to be at him or maybe potentially over his head. And let's take a look. Off the bat, he starts to fade back, realizes it's dying, and he's just not able to get there in time. Well, that's all it takes. A couple of missteps, and you can't get there.
So the base hit for Bregman, and it's a 1-0 game. Abreu pops it back foul. That's headed for the seats. Strike one.
And sometimes those balls coming off the bat of certain hitters, they're tough to read because Bregman, you're thinking that ball off the bat at that trajectory, it's going to get at least to me and maybe get over my head. And by the time you realize it was more towards the end of the bat, it's too late.
2 strikes now. That's a fastball there. And the Rays 13 games in at home, and you know, different surroundings. Sometimes it takes a little while to get an idea, but you're right, that ball was difficult for him to pick up coming off the bat. There's a high fly ball center field, and Meisner makes the catch. So 2 outs.
The shortstop, number 42, Trevor Story.
Now Trevor Story. Well, there's a good look. from the center field perspective.
So some wispy clouds, a beautiful night. Don't have to worry about the high sky.
Yep.
It's always a huge
kind of
plus.
an impressionistic painting
It is.
sky. And there's a first pitch strike into Trevor Story.
Which I appreciate that. I appreciate that, those kind of, that kind of look that you're talking about.
There you go.
Because I'm not an artistic person by any stretch. So I appreciate people that are.
That's going to be a base hit out of the reach of Lau. Bregman's going to go to third. And the Red Sox have men on the corners. So Boston coming out swinging the bats.
Four-seam fastball right in the middle of the plate, and you see Trevor Story just lets that ball get deep, and with Brandon pulled up the middle, just not able to get over there, and the Red Sox inning stays alive.
Christian Campbell, and he's had a good start to the season. Start and stop by Story off of first. The pitch is down. Well, this becomes a big hitter right away. You want to limit the damage to 1 run. Bregman's down at third, Story at first. And over to first. Story back in.
Yeah, an outstanding start. You're talking about Christian Campbell. He played in 17 games. He's reached base safely in all 17. Continues to swing a very potent bat. He runs the bases well. He's got good speed.
And there's a strike around the knees. Cut the plate right there. Well, there you see the season leaders. Campbell top of that list, reaching base safely. Runner takes off first, swing and miss, throw down. It's going to be not in time, cutting in front of the bag to take the throw loud. So a steal for Story. And, well, they called him out. The hitter is out. So batter interference appears to be the call. And we'll take a look at this to end the inning. Right in front of the plate. So it's 1-0 Boston. Top of the first, and the Rays fortunate to give up only 1 run.
Well, Ben Rortvedt, you could see him pointing right there. I don't think there was anything intentional about it, but Ben was forced to throw from a sidearm angle, and Christian Campbell, the rookie, gets caught.
So the Rays facing Walker Buehler. Yandy up here with a 1-0 count, rolls it by the mound. Picked by Story, and the throw from short is in time. We got Yandy Diaz as we take a look at the rest of the Rays lineup presented by your local Ford dealers. Brandon Lau, then Junior Caminero, Aranda Morel, then Meisner down the middle. That's Mangum hitting 7th, Walls 8th, and Ben Wortman, the catcher, 9th. Brandon Lau in there. He takes the pitch inside.
Well, Walker Buehler coming off of his best start of the season. That was against the Blue Jays. 89 pitches. He pitched into the 7th inning. Just 1 earned run, 1 walk, going up against 7 strikeouts. That may...
A bite there on that breaking ball.
Yeah, he's got a huge 12-6 curveball. We talked an awful lot last night about Shane Baz and his curveball. Walker Buehler's got a good one too. He doesn't go to it that often, but you can see he uses a lot of pitches, and he uses them all enough to keep it in a hitter's head. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you want to break up the 4-seam and the 2-seam, and they do have different action on each pitch, you know, 6 different pitches using at least 10% of the time, that forces a hitter to have to think quite a bit.
It's down.
Does not have the stuff that he once had, but he's got very good pitchability. He does have all of those pitches. He uses them enough, but command is the key. When he can command the ball to both sides of the plate, effective. If not, they'll have some real good pitches to hit.
Good swing and miss, and he had Lau out in front there. That's tough on the back.
Yep, that is. Good changeup, middle of the plate down. Let's take a look at that Boston defense, outfield left to right. We've got Jaron Duran, Ceddanne Rafaela, and Wilyer Abreu. Infield third to first looks like this. Alex Bregman, Trevor Story, Christian Campbell, and Tristan Casas with Carlos Narvaez back behind the plate.
Caminero fouls the fastball back, strike 1. Caminero with a home run in 3 consecutive games. And is behind in the count right here. 0-2. 4 home runs on the year for the Rays third baseman. Hot shot to third and picked nicely by Bregman. He makes the throw to first. Couple ground balls and a strikeout. 1-0 at the end of 1, Boston. Fans claim your share of the Rays 50-50 charity raffle jackpot, supporting youth programming in Tampa Bay. You can win big and support the community. Donate and win from home at Rays5050.com. Tristan Casas leads off and gets hold of this one and sends it a long way, but foul. Fortunately for the Rays, a foul ball on that shot. heads up down there in that right field corner and beyond.
You know, you have to have your heads up everywhere here. I mean, it's such an intimate setting.
Yep.
Cozy. Fans are right there on the field. We've talked about there's not a lot of foul territory, so better have the head on a swivel.
Got to be in the game.
Yes, you do. I mean, they've got the netting up, and that's great.
Yep.
However, you're still pretty tight to the field.
2-1 the count to the Boston first baseman. And he lifts this one deep into left center. And it's going to be caught. Oh, look out there. Morel coming over, and Meisner made the catch. So that's the first out. With that, we'll check in with Ryan Bass.
Well, Dwayne B.A., wearing the number 42 is always special every April 15th, but it's even more so this season. For Rays starter Ryan Pepiot, who's making his first career Jackie Robinson Day start. Pepiot has a huge wall of memorabilia in his house, and he said he's going to be adding his number 42 jersey here today to that collection that he has. He said, you know, if not for Jackie breaking the color barrier, we wouldn't have so many players and stars in the game here in Major League Baseball that are here in this game today. He said, for me to pitch today, it's special to honor him in his legacy. Jose Caballero will always cherish April 15th, not just for Jackie Robinson Day, but because he made his Major League debut on this day 2 years ago, wearing 42 before he even got to wear his own number. He said, every time I wear 42, it reminds me of how special it is to be here and how blessed I am to play this game. Quite the day for everyone across the sport to honor Jackie, guys, but especially a day that Pep and Caballero will never forget.
Yeah, there's a swing and miss. He gets a strikeout of Rafaela on 3 pitches. And 3 pretty good pitches. He has not exactly been the Ryan Pepiot we've seen so far.
No, not the last couple of starts, but I'll tell you what, when he has the changeup working like this, he is going to be a problem for both right-handed hitters and left-handed hitters. He stays on top of that pitch. It complements the fastball very well. And it has, you know, we watched it last year. It was a decent pitch at the beginning of the year, became a good pitch, and became a very good pitch by the end. That's a huge weapon for him.
Carlos Narvaez, the catcher. And there's the fastball up there for a strike. Oh, 2. Boston scored a run on 3 hits in the first inning. Pepiot on the Rays limiting the damage. The batter's interference helped. And now this one is fouled back. It's strange, I would think, and you have that experience being on that mound. Same mound, sometimes it feels so comfy and sometimes it's just not as comfy as you'd like it.
Well, if it's your home mound, it better feel comfort every time. But sometimes the problem is you.
Well, that's
mechanically,
the point. Yeah.
Mechanically, you know.
And there's a base hit. Narvaez. There's a 2-out single.
Well, this is what you don't want to do. You got a 1-2 count. You've got a hitter hitting way down in the order, hitting sub 200. You want to come with a fastball, and look where it is. I mean, that is just below the belt in the middle of the plate. You completely let Narvaez off the hook, and he's able to pop that ball out there for a base hit.
And it's back to the top of the order for the left fielder. Here's Duran. The first pitch strike. Rays have the 27-year-old right-hander Ryan Pepiot making the start. 1-1. Made 26 starts a year ago. A shot to left. Morel will go to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. Opposite field home run. Duran hits his first home run of the year. And suddenly it's a 3-0 game. Fifth home run given up by Pepiot.
Another fastball, and that's been a pitch that Duran has been struggling with this season. Hit the fastball very well a season ago and has not gotten off to a great start against that pitch, but boy, he was all over that one, and he gets the first home run of the year to the opposite field.
Big cut by Devers, strike one. Well, Devers doubled and scored the run in the first. Duran's 2-run, 2-out home run in the second inning, making it a 3-run game. 1-1.
What are your thoughts on Wally as the celebration for the home?
There's a ground ball to second. That's going to end the inning. 2-run score. It's 3-0 Boston. If you're looking for a place to connect with other Rays fans, look no farther than the Rays Bar League presented by Budweiser. See all participating locations. Visit RaysBaseball.com/Bar League. Well, here is Jonathan Aranda getting hold of one, and that ball is going to get out of here. Boy, Aranda continues to swing a torrid bat, and on the first pitch, hits it out to right center field, and the Rays are on the board just like that. Well, they said he played baseball this winter in Mexico to work on his defense, and he also tried to refine his offense a little bit. Well, he's certainly done that, and look at this, lifting that one out of here.
Well, he got a cutter down and in. He did a great job of pulling the hands in close to the body. He's seeing the ball so very well right now. Leads major leagues in batting average at .395 coming in. That's obviously gone up. OPS, he's second behind Aaron Judge, and he just continues to maul mistakes.
Morel fouling the second pitch back. It's an 0-2 count on the Rays left fielder. Boy, how about Aranda? Swinging the bat, getting a chance to be in that lineup every day.
Well, and if you look at his spray chart too, he's hitting the ball all over the field, which is typically what you see when guys are hitting for a very high average. You just watch him take BP. There is something to the way that he takes BP, hitting line drive after line drive into left field, left center.
Well, Morel called out on strikes. Fastball inner part of the plate got him looking. Well, Aranda, you know, big OPS. 11 runs batted in now, hitting the ball hard.
Consistently hard, getting it in the air consistently. Still, he's either in the lead or tied for the league lead with 7 doubles in the American League. So a lot of extra base hits because of that consistently hard contact and getting the ball in the air. That's where those extra base hits come from.
This pitch is down to Cameron Meisner, 1-1. Meisner, a big part of last night's win with 3 hits, including 2 home runs, one that went 431 feet. Two and one. Hitting it even 400 right now. And he's up in the count, 3-1. And that pitch just out there on the edge, at the knees, away from him. Jake Mangum on deck. It's a tapper, and it kicks foul. Let's go back and look at Meisner last night with the power.
No doubter right there. That ball was absolutely crushed, and then left on left. How about that? Stay in there and just able to get it over the wall out there and right. And what a night. Really, what a start to this season so far for Cameron Meisner.
You know, and the other thing, he's 7 of 12 with men in scoring position. This one back toward the corner and left, sending Duran back, and he's going to leap and make the catch just before he got to the wall toward the corner.
You got a little apprehensive going into that corner. Everything gets tight. You know, you've got the wall, you've got the short wall over just outside of foul territory or fair territory, and you can see how he's just kind of counting his steps. Maybe didn't even need to jump, but he wanted to make sure that he secured that catch.
Ball had some carry to the opposite field. 2 gone. Here's Mangum. Fouls it. Strike 1. .311 average for Mangum. Shot the other way, 0-2. .3-1 ball game now. Yeah, there's a little buzz in the ballpark, and it's not the fans. And they've halted play, trying to figure out if that buzz will subside. But there's a whistling effect in the sound system.
There we go.
And whatever they had to do, they did it. Gabe Morales over to the home dugout asking what was going on, and a couple of upturned palms like, we don't know, but it's subsided, whatever that was. Sound like a flying saucer landing.
It's like a dog whistle.
The 0-2, and it's grounded to Campbell. Throw to first in time. Rays get a run on the home run off the bat of Jonathan Aranda. He continues his hot hitting. It's 3-1 Boston. We go to the third, and Alex Bregman steps in. Rays got their run on the Aranda home run. Pepiot back to work, and that first pitch fouled right back and out of play for a strike. Now Bregman, the big addition for Boston. Two-time World Series champ. And 4 seasons with better than 90 runs batted in. He sends this one deep to right center field, and that ball's going to get out. An opposite field blast. And Bregman hits his 3rd home run, and just like that, it's a 3-run game again. Bregman drove in the run in the first with a single, now a home run.
He got a pitch middle of the plate, middle away, and trying to move that way. Looked like it was going to be a cutter, and it just never got to the outside edge, and Bregman barrels it. And as if we've seen this entire homestand, that ball to right field, to right center is carrying.
The ball on to Abreu.
That's the thing too. All of these pitchers, you know, you're watching this happen, and you realize that balls to that direction.
Yeah, they're going to go.
They are, and so how do you combat that? And how do you combat that mentally?
Well, Pepiot gave up 3 home runs in the outing against the Angels. He got the win. The Rays won that game 5-4, and all 3 of those were to right center and right field. 2-1 on Abreu. Oh, fastball misses wide. 3-1 count. And that back foot getting out of the way, taking ball 4. Well, there's the home run breakout. 8 games into this homestand. That's a big number.
Well, and look at the first homestand, and that's when you had those variable type of wins where it was knocking things out. Completely different story. As the Rays, well, yeah, and they only, by the way, the team went on the road for 3 games in Arlington against the Rangers. Right back here, more of what you would think would be a normal win pattern for this time of year, and those numbers are loud.
Well, the Rays talk it over. Kyle Snyder out there. Rays will begin a 3-game series against All-Star Bobby Witt Jr. and the Royals. That will be coming up Tuesday, April 29th at the end of the month. Get your seats at RaysBaseball.com/tickets. Kansas City will be coming in. And a lot of baseball left on this homestand. Trevor Story. Story on a base hit his first time. Has one this time. A liner in the center. So picked the second pitch the first time up and jumped on the first pitch here. 2 for 2 with 2 singles to center.
Well, look at the cutter and where it's at. That has been the issue. Ryan Pepiot so far in this ball game has gotten himself into some tough counts, which doesn't help, and then also has been some misses right out over the heart of the plate. You think about the Bregman home run, you think about that cutter right there to Story.
Swing and miss by Campbell. Campbell was up there, called for interference in the first on the attempted steal. And now it's 0-2. He becomes a big hitter right here. The Rays were down by 2. Now it's 3 again. 2 men on, nobody out. And a big strikeout. And I'm out in front chasing.
Nice sequence there by Pepiot. Change-up, cutter, change-up. This is how he started him out, and that's how he finishes him.
work his way out of this spot. Tristan Casas. Liner into right. That's going to stay up. Mangum makes the catch. Throw back to second, and back in goes Abreu.
Now that changeup right there came off the bat pretty hot, but it was right at Jake Mangum, and he was able to close ground and put it away.
So now 2 outs with the runners first and second. Ceddanne Rafaela. He's one of 2 strikeouts for Pepiot in this game, and there's a strike. Strikeouts both coming on the changeup. Line drive, base hit. Picked up by Mangum. Now he bobbles it. Throw back toward the infield with the run Story. Abreu crosses the plate. Story goes to third base. And Rafaela is aboard with a base hit.
Well, you probably were not going to have a play here, but we'll never know. That ball, again, another pitch that was left out over the heart of the plate. Rafaela, nice job going the other way, but then right there, that ball comes a little bit loose off the heel of the glove. And Boston adds to their lead.
It's a base hit. Run batted in. No error charged on the play. 3 hits in this inning, 8 in the game. Carlos Narvaez. Runner breaks off first, and that pitch inside. Rafaela has a stolen base without a play down there.
This is starting to become a little bit of an issue for the Rays, controlling the running game. That stolen base right there, way too easy. Well, no throw, no slide, nobody even covered.
Foul back. Well, what is right now a 5-1 game, 2 outs, 2 men in scoring position. So a big hitter for Pepiot here. Narvaez trying to get out of this inning. And the third foul. Story ducking that bouncing foul ball. Caminero distributing a souvenir. Did he go? Yes, he did. Pepiot was ready to stroll off the mound, and on the check with Jimenez down at first, that's a strikeout. to receive Rays text. You'll receive ticket deals, pre-sale opportunities, and even more. Text Rays to 42086 to sign up today. Message frequency may vary. Message and data rates may apply. Rays playing a little catch-up tonight, down 5-1. Taylor Walls looks at that first pitch, too low. Curveball down and in, out of the zone. Ground ball, second base. Campbell up with it. It's the first out. Second to first. Walker Buehler, 30 years old out there now.
College World Series champion at Vanderbilt back in 2014. He was picked number 24 overall by the Dodgers. Tommy John surgery in 2016. Had Tommy John surgery again in 2023. And there was a lot, you saw that year that he went 14-4 right here in 2019 with the Dodgers. Was an all-star back in 2021, 16-4 with a 2.47 and 33 starts. But then the injury bug, 22, 23, 24, all marred by injury. And so Boston taking a flyer on him.
Yeah, and when he's healthy, he's very good. His lifetime mark 48-23.
Yeah, with a very good ERA and outstanding in the postseason. He's had 19 appearances in the postseason, 18 starts, 4-4 record, an ERA just over 3. And in the World Series, 4 games, 3 starts, 2-0 with a .47. He's given up 1 earned run in 19 innings in the World Series,
including getting the final out.
Which, does it get any better than that?
No.
No.
The other thing I found out about him, he was what they call a micro share owner of the Kentucky Derby winner back in 2020. Fly ball back into deep center. Rafaela to the track, has room, and Rortvedt hit it a long way, but that's out number 2. He had a little part of that Bob Baffert horse in the Kentucky Derby. There were, how about this, 4,000 micro share owners to that horse, Authentic, that won the Derby.
What exactly is a micro share owner? I mean, it seems obviously very, very, very small.
Yeah, that's right.
But what do you get out of it?
Well, you get the prestige of owning, in this case, the Kentucky Derby winner.
Well, you and 5,000 people.
Yeah.
Or 4, whatever it is.
Yeah. So.
But that is pretty cool. And I wonder how you get in on that.
This one is fouled right back. Well,
you got to know somebody.
Yeah, our producer, big time producer. He has a micro share, and
he does
in a couple of horses.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
KP.
Yeah, KP.
Look at that.
He's a big horse guy.
You know what? That kind of makes sense then. There's a lot of things that are coming into focus after hearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, at the end of the day, and we'll have to talk to him about. Hey, Bregman, he's a big horse guy too. Tampa Derby. He has a horse in the Tampa Derby.
Oh, come on.
I'm being told. Yeah.
Everything coming full circle.
Ground ball short. Story up with it. I'll tell you one thing, a micro share has got to be cheaper than owning 3 of them. Well, here we go to the 4th inning. And the Rays find themselves down by 4 runs. It will be the top of the order. 3rd time around for Duran.
What a season.
Pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes.
I mean, what a season. You think about the hits, the extra base hits, doubles and triples can affect the game so many different ways, and really a breakout for him.
He skips back. 2 balls, no strikes. Home run he hit in the 2nd, his first of the season. And Pepiot way behind him now. Duran hit 21 home runs a year ago. So there's some pop in the leadoff spot. And he's on base again. A 4-pitch walk. The fastball out in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, that fastball middle of the plate and showing you the power right there. Straight away left field. First home run of the season. And Dwayne, we kind of got into it a little bit before the inning came to an abrupt end about the Wally helmet and what our thoughts are on that.
Well, I guess it's supposed to help develop team chemistry.
This is an interesting way to go about it.
Yeah. Well,
you know, let the boys be boys, I guess.
Cut by Devers, strike 1.
I'd think about becoming a small ball type of guy. I played for Boston.
Yeah.
A lot of bunts.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to wear that.
Speed.
Big cut by Devers.
Little slap guy. Slap it the other way.
Yeah, get a base hit, steal 2nd and 3rd, score on a ground ball.
Yep.
Got the run home, don't have to wear.
Never have to worry about it.
Yeah. Runner goes, pitch is high, there will be no throw. Stolen base. 6 of 7 for Duran.
Oh, there you go. He's got a pretty big lead, and Ryan Pepiot with that big leg kick. There's no play to be made. That's something Boston has done an awful lot of this season is run. They got a lot of different guys that can swipe a bag.
Upstairs, fastball. 2-2. And he'll get the strikeout. Pepiot strikes out Devers swinging for the first out of the inning.
We got a cutter at the top of the zone, and you know Pepiot will get some ride with that cutter, and there you see it. Thinks it's going to come down just a little bit, and he's just underneath.
Well, Bregman's 2 for 2 tonight. And hits this one back into left. Morel will watch that one off the wall. Run's going to score. Duran crosses the plate on the double for Bregman, and he is 3 for 3.
Well, how about Bregman in an earlier at bat gets a ball off the end of the bat and it drops in front of Morel. He kind of took an angle back towards the wall and was not able to get back to it. Now here's a changeup that he hits really, really well, and this one able to get over the head of Morel. You see right there, he's just not tracking it, and that ball bounces at the base of the wall. I mean, he was back there in the area. I think if he gets a better jump or a better read, that's a play that he could make.
Abreu takes the pitch wide. Yeah, I think you're right about that. If you pick that ball up like you figure you might normally do, that's playable. Abreu misses the fastball. 1-1. Knees. 1-2. It's been a frustrating night for Ryan Pepiot and the Rays so far. That pitch on the corner at the knees. And that one, swing and miss on the off speed down to first, and Abreu is out number 2.
There's that changeup again. Look how he turns it over. Look at the action on that pitch. That is trouble. That's the thing too. You think about that pitch against left-handed hitters, you see that a shot on Y right there. But he's been effective with that pitch against righties too.
Trevor Story is 2 for 2 tonight. And there's a strike. Story had a base hit in 4 at-bats last night. 2 singles tonight.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Effective against both lefties and righties. I mean, that pitch.
Pepiot already working his way through this lineup for the 3rd time. He's seeing these hitters way too often. It's going to hook foul out of play. Had a home run distance on it, but fortunately for Pepiot and the Rays, it hooked foul.
Yeah, I mean, at the very end, because that ball, wow, that had some hair on it.
Hey, got it back from down there. And that she's after that souvenir. She says, hey, what about me? Hey, how about me? Now there she goes. Foul ball out of play. There's a little anticipation going on out there.
Let's see exactly how that went down. Right off the hand. Off the hand, off the little fence. And they got it flipped back up to him. That's why he's going after that hand, and the little one is like, I want the baseball. Let's go.
And it's down. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Throw a little dirt on it, Pops.
Right, just
give me the ball.
Rub it a little bit, and it'll be fine, and I'll take the baseball. And a cut. Oh, that ball loose. Retrieved by Rortvedt, and he'll go down to first with that throw to complete the strikeout and the inning. It's 6-1 Boston. April 15th, marking Jackie Robinson's historic MLB debut. Robinson's courage and determination in the face of adversity. Great example now, as much as before. Joined baseball in commemorating Jackie Robinson Day. High pop up. That's going to be caught. Casas backpedaling out there and made the catch on that pop up off the bat of Brandon Lau here. And for more on how the Rays are commemorating Jackie Robinson Day, let's check in with Ryan.
Yeah, Dwayne, the Rays always step up to support organizations that represent the core values of Jackie Robinson, especially when you talk about courage, determination, teamwork, and persistency and integrity. Donating $100,000 in total grants to 5 recipients today, $20,000 each, continuing their mission to honor Jackie's legacy. The Jackie Robinson Grant was established in 2020 by the Rays. They've donated to 5 organizations annually, which means, Dwayne NBA, the total is now up to $500,000 in donations, all to those who uphold the standards and citizenship of Jackie Robinson's legacy.
Well, Jackie Robinson's debut on this day in 1947 in Brooklyn. He was 28 years old when he joined the Dodgers in Brooklyn. 2-1 the count to Junior Caminero. He had played for the Kansas City Monarchs of the Negro Leagues since 45, had been scouted. They knew that there would be some challenges, and not only his baseball ability, but his makeup had a big part in Jackie Robinson being the player to break the color barrier. Well, he was the right guy. Branch Rickey, a big part of that. Career .311, Rookie of the Year, 47, National League batting champ and MVP 2 years later in 1949. 6-time All-Star. And he stole home 19 times, had a 10-year Major League career, 19 steals of home. And there is ball 4. Caminero draws the walk. The Rays with just that one run, that was the home run by Jonathan Aranda, the only hit they picked up, and now their second base runner on the 1-out walk. And there's a ball. Rays trying to chip away at this deficit. Battery together in the dugout. 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Let's go back and take a look at the Aranda home run.
Yeah, it looked like a cutter, and that cutter stayed down and was moving in. Jonathan Aranda, again, we're talking about how well he's seeing the ball right now and controlling that bat, controlling the strike zone. You know, that's the other thing that's been impressive, is he is handling all different pitch types. You look at his numbers against the fastball, outstanding. Against breaking balls, outstanding. Against off-speed pitches, which would be change-ups and splits, tremendous. So right now, is some kind of locked in. Chad Matola's got to be loving what he's seeing from Aranda.
And a ground ball the other way. That's going to go through. Down to second base goes Caminero, and Aranda stays hot. Opposite field with that one.
That's what we were talking about after that home run. Look at his spray chart. He's hitting the ball all over the field. This is a pitch that's moving away from him very abruptly. Right here, the changeup. And what does he do? Doesn't try to pull it. Just let that ball sit back. Actually, it cost him a bat. He hit it right off the end of the bat. Chipped it. Doesn't matter. It finds its way into the outfield.
Well, I'll tell you, when you see a guy with the kind of power he has and the ability to do that,
yeah.
I mean, that's just doesn't get any better than that.
No. And you know what? And those guys are tough to pitch against because a lot of the guys with the power are very pull heavy. Okay, and so that pitch right there will get them to try to pull it, and he rolls over a little ground ball to second base. When you show that ability and willingness to sit back and just pop that ball the other way, well, he becomes an issue.
Now Christopher Morel swings and misses. Out on strikes his first time. Came into the game hitting .311. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul going to come straight back. Now the play it goes, 1-2. Deep breath up there by Morel. And upstairs it goes, 2-2. Meisner is on deck. And it goes from 1-2 to 3-2.
That shirt is screaming for relief.
3-2. Oh, and a little piece of that one foul. Just enough to stay alive. Have to keep an eye to see if something happens down there.
Hey,
sure.
I know, right? Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that got right off the top of that right knee.
A little recovery time there by Narvaez. And the pitch is wide. Fastball out there. So after getting behind, Morel draws the walk, and the Rays get the bases loaded here with 1 out. And Cameron Meisner due up. He hit the 2 home runs last night. And the Red Sox are going to talk it over.
And they should, because Cameron Meisner, one of the hottest hitters in this lineup. I mean, maybe him and Jonathan Aranda have been the most consistent. He's been putting up some really big numbers. He's got a great approach at the plate too. Another guy that he's a little bit more pull heavy, but he's a leveraged athlete who can cover the entire plate. And look at this, our Toyota Keys last 8 games. Maybe he is the hottest hitter on the team. .455 average, but 5 extra base hits, 5 driven in. And how about this? Runners in scoring position. That situation, obviously right here, the bases are juiced and an opportunity to add to those numbers.
Yeah, big spot right now. Well, he's been good with men in scoring position, as you point out. He's got 3 men on base right now. It was after the first pitch off speed. Fouls it, strike 1.
You know that a young hitter is really chomping at the bit here to drive some runs in. So Walker Buehler pulls the string. May do it again.
Upstairs.
And that's just a show fastball. He's got to do some pitching here to get out of this jam.
Fly ball back into left. That's going to send Duran back. He's going to have plenty of room. Here's the catch and the tag at third. Caminero will score, and the Rays do get 1 run out of that.
Well, and that's exactly what we suspected. Walker Buehler with a changeup for strike 1, a show fastball just to speed Meisner up, and then come back with another off speed after that and get the sac fly. That's good that the Rays are able to score that run, but if Walker is able to retire Mangum here and get out of this inning just giving up that 1 run, he would be thrilled.
Mangum breaks his bat, loops it into center field. That's going to hang up, and a diving catch by Rafaela out there to retire the side. Oh, with that broken bat, Rays hopeful that that might drop in, but Rafaela got there, and the Rays settled for 1 run on 1 hit, and strand 2, 6-2 Boston. We're headed into the 5th inning. Rays down by 4. First pitch fouled right back by Christian Campbell. Called out on interference his first time. Struck out in the 3rd. And it's a 0-2 count.
No, he got him in his last at bat with that changeup. Started with the changeup, finished him off with the changeup, gets to 2 strikes in this at bat with the changeup.
Wide there. Pepiot looking for the call.
Yeah, he's loving that pitch against Campbell. That's for sure.
And he got the go that time. He could not check. So that's the first out.
Well, let's go back and look at the bottom half of the 4th inning. Our All-State Good Hands replay, and right here an opportunity for the Rays to further cut into the Boston Red Sox lead. Not to be. Rafaela coming in off that broken bat, little bloop by Jake Mangum, and he's able to put it away. And Walker Buehler, he's certainly appreciative.
Ground ball to the right side. Brandon has it. The throw to first in time to get Tristan Casas on 1 pitch. So the strikeout and now the ground out.
Center fielder, Cedon Rafaela.
Cedon Rafaela. He has a run batted in. That came on the 3rd inning single. Ball, no strikes. But Rafaela right now in his career is 4 for 8 against Pepiot, with the 1 for 2 tonight. Fastball fouled back, 1-1. Dropped to 3rd. Caminero backs up and the throw to first right there. And a 1-2-3 inning, a quick one here. TV timeout brought to you by your local GMC dealers. When the Rays hit a ballpark home run, hit it out of the park, you score free pizza from Colony Grill. Buy any one pizza, get a Colony Grill famous hot oil pizza for free. Restrictions apply. For more details, visit RaysBaseball.com/Colony Grill. Bottom of inning 5. Here's Taylor Walls trying to get something started against Walker Buehler. Strike one. Rortvedt next, and then the top of the order, Yandy Diaz. 1-1 count. Now 2 balls and a strike. Oh, look out down around his feet. That ball skips to the backstop. 3-1. Rays grabbing the first game of this series last night. 16-1. And a 9-run third. Gonna need some runs tonight. Ground ball and a base hit. Well, Bregman was over toward the shortstop spot, and Walls hit it to his left, and there's the leadoff single.
Right, great job of covering the plate here. Gets the changeup. Look at him go down and get it. He stays right on that pitch. Again, doesn't try to pull it, and is able to hit that sharply enough to get it through into left field and get the Rays running here in the 5th inning. Trying to chip away at this lead.
Ben Rortvedt. Snap throw to first. Walls back in. Rortvedt looking for his first hit of the year. Here's another look at that attempt down at first.
Well, and he's got a little bit of a screen right there. Maybe try to catch Taylor Walls, an aggressive base stealer, off the bag a little too far.
Curveball taken low, 2-0. Strike.
Didn't need to be. Stolen base leaders. The Cubs leading the way. They're talking about earlier. The Red Sox very aggressive on the base pass. So are the Rays.
And very close there. 3-1. That's going to make it full. Buehler, through the first 3 innings, made just 37 pitches. He had 3 full counts in the 4th inning. He went 3-1 to Walls, who singled, and now 3-2 to Rortvedt. So a few more pitches here in the last couple innings, hitter to hitter. Runner on the move, and the pitch is fouled off the facing of the dugout in front of the Boston dugout. So the Rays had Walls in action off first. Draws the walk. Good take on the fastball down. That pushes Walls up to second, and Rortvedt walks to get to the top of the order. And Yandy Diaz. And Yandy has been swinging the bat well. The Rays trying to chip away at this 4-run deficit. A couple men on. They've got a chance to do a little damage here in this inning.
Well, these guys are getting their 3rd look at Buehler as the bottom of the order does their job.
Yandy takes a strike. One and one. Justin Wilson down there in the bullpen. Lifted foul. It's out of play. Yandy's behind 1-2. He's got a run in the 2nd inning on the Aranda homer. And a run in the 4th on the fly ball by Meisner. The chopper left side. Bregman's going to go to first. The runners will move to 2nd and 3rd. So both men move into scoring position on that little chop off the bat of Yandy Diaz. 1 out. This will be the left-handed bat of Brandon Lowe due up. A strike on the inside part of the plate. Now, really the only hitter who had seen much of Buehler, and that was 3 at bats in his career against him, 0 for 3. And nothing of 2 tonight. 1-1. Most of these Rays hitters getting their first look at Buehler as they start their 3rd time through the lineup. Fouls it out of play. And that pitch just a little high, where you could see the reaction from Narvaez. He thought they might have had the strikeout, but it was just up a little bit. Alex Cora thinking the same thing maybe with that look on his face.
Yep.
Now down and in, and we have a full count here. So a 3-ball count of one sort or another on 3 of the 4 hitters in this inning. Now the 3-2 and strike. That ball popping away, retrieved by Narvaez, and the throw down to first to complete the strikeout. Strike 3 call right there, and the put out goes to Casas.
You know, and that's on a borderline pitch that was not handled by the catcher Narvaez. Right here, that's a borderline pitch. He's trying to get underneath it. That ball comes out of there. Now, is that a strike? Yeah, I mean, if you want to call it, if that box is right there, then it's right in that bottom corner. But a lot of times you don't see that pitch called if the catcher doesn't handle it.
2 outs, second and third. Junior Caminero. And he looks at a strike.
You get the feeling right here, Walker Buehler is emptying the tank.
Down and away. He made 89 pitches in his last outing against Toronto and a no decision. And he's at 85 right now.
And that workload, you see in the 4th and the 5th, he's had to work pretty hard. So he knows he's coming to the end of his.
Foul back. 1-2. Big pitch here for Buehler and for the Rays as Caminero finds himself behind in the count with 2 men in scoring position and 2 outs. Under it. It's a foul ball, going to be out of play. Forcing yet another delivery. Single and a walk to start it. Since then, a ground ball and a strikeout. The 1-2. Caminero takes it outside. Not chase that one as it cut away. 2-2.
That was a ball straight out of the hand. It just didn't threaten the zone at all. That made it a little bit easier for Junior.
Capper third. Fair ball. Long throw for Bregman. It's on the money. The Rays leave 2 men in scoring position through 5. 6-2 Boston. pitchers strike out 10 batters during a home game. Be sure and go to any Canes Furniture store within 5 days and receive a Tijuana Flats coupon. Visit CanesStrikeout.com. We're through 5. Boston struck early. The Red Sox lead 6-2. Rays had a threat in the bottom of the 5th and left 2 men in scoring position. There's a look at both starters and their lines so far tonight. Pepiot back out there to face the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. Narvaez with a single and a strikeout. He scored when he singled in the 2nd inning. Singled with 2 outs. That got Duran to the plate, who hit 1 out. It's foul right back. 0-2. Wave and miss, and that takes care of Narvaez out in front of that pitch.
Well, that changeup once again for Ryan Pepiot. That has been one of the bright spots here tonight. He turns it over against the righty, straight down. I mean, straight down. Starts that pitch in the zone. A hitter with 2 strikes. He's got to commit. He's got to protect. The pitch just isn't there.
Duran. The pitch outside. Duran's been on twice. He homered in the 2nd, walked, and scored in the 4th inning after going 1 for 4 last night. 1-1. A shot into center field. Meisner is going to be there, however. Cameron Meisner makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Now 7 in a row retired by Pepiot. With 96 pitches right now, coming off the 5-inning outing against the Angels. Field Devers. Which inside ends a double. Grounded out to 2nd and struck out swinging. Doubled with 1 out in the 1st and promptly scored on a base hit by Bregman. In on him, foul the other way. 1-2. See another 1-2 pitch.
After that fastball there and the big swing by Devers, the way that he's been able to command that changeup, this would be a great time to go with it. Count in your favor.
Well, this is number 101 in pitch count. It's 2-2.
And that's, you know, that's where you have the great idea and you have them set up for it, but then it comes down to executing that pitch, and it came out a little too low. And Pepiot is working hard here tonight. There's no question. He has been challenged. He has been pushed. He has not backed down. Still out there.
And a new baseball put into play. What's happening there? Roadbet threw that one right back to him. And I'm not sure what that was all about. They put a new baseball into play, took the old one, and he threw it right back and threw it into center.
And they continue to play catch up.
Well, there you go. Well, they've started the pitch clock again. And the 2-2. Devers chops it to the left side. Caminero retreating and making a long throw out at first. Caminero from third way over at the shortstop spot. And from deep short made that throw to get Devers. Here it is as we go to break. A 1-2-3 inning. 6-2 Boston.
What's up, everybody? Rich Hollenberg, Matt Joyce hanging out in the Rooms to Go lounge, watching the game along with you. Jonathan Aranda came into this game leading all of Major League Baseball in batting average, and he's done nothing but up that average tonight.
It's been so much fun to watch, coming out like a man on fire. Another home run again tonight, cutter down and in. If you watch him, he does a great job of keeping his front side closed, which allows him to stay in the zone for a really long time, keep his bat through the zone for a really long time, and obviously another hit the other way. So he's doing a great job staying on the ball, keeping the front side closed, hitting the ball to all parts of the field, and then driving balls out of the ballpark like he did again tonight.
That's StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. And wouldn't you know it, Dwayne and BA, Jonathan Aranda leading off the inning.
Timing is everything. And Aranda, who, as you mentioned, tops in the MLB. And second in OPS behind only Aaron Judge, facing Justin Wilson. Wilson taking over for Buehler. And that's fastball then to make the count 1-1.
Almost half the time with that four-seam fastball, slider off of that, cutter, occasional split, 95 miles per hour. Really does a good job of creating an angle of driving the ball downhill. You see he's got a more upright arm angle. See some guys out there 3/4. He's above that and trying to drive the ball downhill.
Wilson worked in the game Saturday for Boston. That was in Chicago against the White Sox, just a third of an inning. And a matchup situation, and on here to face Aranda, who's been red hot. Three and one the count to the Rays first baseman. Now it's full.
That pitch below the zone. Plenty of the plate, but downhill below the zone, and he got Aranda to go after it.
Three-two, and there's ball four. And Aranda's on for the third time tonight, drawing the walk from Wilson. He's on twice last night.
Here's the lefty, Christopher Morel.
And Christopher Morel will face the lefty.
Well, how about the fact that Aranda has reached base safely in 11 of his last 14 plate appearances?
How about that, huh?
Automatic.
And Morel tried to hold up, but he went around on the appeal. That's strike one.
Listen, the Rays have given themselves opportunities, and thus far they have not come through like you would have hoped, and like they would have hoped.
Last couple innings, they've had men on base. Left two in each frame. Ooh, a big cut and a miss on the fastball, and just like that, Morel is down 0-2.
That's it. 8 and 9 hole hitters get on first and second, nobody out, top of the order. Buehler able to wiggle free.
Back foot moving out of the way of that one. 1-2. And a big cut miss on the fastball up. He went 96 that time, Wilson.
And kept it tight on Morel. We know that Christopher Morel, he can get a big swing, and that's what he does here. 2 strikes. Wilson keeps that fastball top of the zone, close to Morel, and he gets out around it.
Lefty on lefty. Cameron Meisner looks at ball one down. He drove in a run with a fly ball in the 4th. Couple fly balls to left. Officially 0 for 1 with that sacrifice fly in the 4th inning. And a strike as he checks, but it's in there. Meisner coming off a 3-hit night, 2 home runs, wrapping up the night last night and that big win for the Rays. 2-1. Rays beat the Red Sox 16-1 last night. They trail 6-2 so far tonight. How good Shane Baz was on the mound. Now 2-2. 11 strikeouts for Baz. 2 hits. Didn't walk anybody in 6 innings. And Meisner out on strikes. So back-to-back strikeouts for Wilson. That after the leadoff walk. Now Jake Mangum will hit from the right side. And there's a first pitch strike. 94 on the fastball. Nothing in 2. Boy, after that walk, Wilson's gone to work.
He has really started to dial in. I mean, getting the fastball where he wants it. Most of the time he's driving it downhill, but against Morel, he was able to elevate a couple effectively. Taking that fastball to the lefty hitters downhill with the slider. And see how he tries to go after Mangum here. He's got the jump 0-2.
And a little bouncing ball going to go through the right side. Base hit. Aranda will advance to second base. Mangum managed to put that one in play and out of the reach of Casas over there at first. And the inning will continue.
Well, they tried to crowd him, and he was able to stay inside of it. And you've got right now, you've got Tristan Casas holding the runner on. So there's a lot of space off of him. And just get it rolling that way. And there's just a huge hole. And Mangum, we've seen him. He's got a very good 2-strike approach. He's a guy that really prides himself on that, putting the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen, and did.
Taylor Walls now from the right side. Pitch is down.
When you think about Jake Mangum and his hits, 5-5-5, left, center, right, and that's from both sides of the plate too. He just sprays the ball around. Runs the bases well.
Lifted into center field. It's going to carry to Rafaela. And the Rays will leave 2 in the 6th. We go to the 7th. 6-2 Boston.
Well, Boston lead this game 6-2 as we head into the top of the 7th inning. Let's take a look at our Suncoast Credit Union influential players, and let's take a look at the 2 starters. Both of them had to work pretty hard. Walker Buehler able to get out of a couple of different jams through his 5 innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, but just gave up 2 earned runs. And Ryan Pepiot got through 6 innings, 9 hits, 6 earned runs.
Hunter Biggie's in there now and throws a strike to Alex Bregman leading off. It'll be Bregman, Abreu, and Story. Jams him and a foul ball as he fought that pitch off. 2 strikes. Bregman coming to Boston on a 3-year, $120 million with yearly opt-outs. Fouled off the end of the bat.
Well, you think that your market value is a little bit more after a year? I mean, it's a chance you take it. That may be the only way that you could have brought him in.
Mm-hmm.
That does turn out to be a one-way contract. You feel like you've outplayed it. I just opt out and get a bigger deal from someone else.
Yep.
If I have a down year, I'll take your 40 next year. We're good.
Waiting on that one and fouled it back. Biggie in the game last night for an inning. Picked up a couple strikeouts, gave up a hit. It's pulled foul. Yeah, let's bring it on. How about another one?
Greedy.
A little tight there, up and in, 2-2. Bregman with a home run tonight. His 3rd of the year. He's 194 career home runs. Fly ball, right center field, long run. Meisner, he's going to leap and did he get it? That ball is gone. Bregman on a 2-2 pitch hits it out to right center. Meisner made a leaping attempt but could not bring it back. And Bregman hits his second home run of the night.
Well, let's take a look and see how close. Look at right here, Kevin Cash. They want to challenge it. See maybe some fan interference. He's trying to time the leap. Eyes on the baseball. And there you go. He takes off. He's got it.
Oh, he's got it in the glove.
This is a crew chief review of a potential home run. Call the home run.
That ball got into the glove and popped out. Now, his glove did bang into a fan's glove. The fan's glove was not in the field of play.
So a little review.
I mean, here's the problem. That ball over the fence, the fan they can be involved at that point. Right here, that ball is over. Yeah, it's over the fence, and he's going to bring it back. So, and it just fell out.
Yeah.
I mean, you understand why the Rays would want to challenge it. That's a run, but I don't see a whole lot of evidence that's going to be in their favor.
Oh, what a great effort by Meisner. He just could not bring it back.
After review, the call stands. Home run.
So Bregman has a 4-for-4 night.
Well, and by the way, we saw Kevin Cash giving the, that wanted to have it challenged, but that ended up being a crew chief because it was a home run, and so doesn't cost the Rays a challenge, but you would certainly ask for it. That ball's in the glove and out, but again, that glove is over the fence and it's fair game.
So it's now 7-2. The foul ball by Abreu back. Strike one. 7th multi-home run game for Bregman. One. 11 total bases tonight for Bregman. 4-for-4, single homer, double homer. Now it's a ball, 2-strike count on Wilyer Abreu. And the fastball. That one 98 behind it, strikes out Abreu.
The shortstop, Trevor Story.
Just goes upstairs with outstanding velocity. That is.
Trevor Story. Which is fouled back and out of play. Yeah, Red Sox are getting a little replay in the dugout of our director Gary Nicholas' work. That's a cut and miss. 2 strikes. They like his work.
They do, unfortunately for the Rays.
One out. Base is empty. A run home. Ground ball by the mound out to second. Lau over there for the pickup and throw. So 2 gone. We'll witness the Rays as they take on the best in baseball at Steinbrenner Field. Be a part of the action. Purchase your tickets at RaysBaseball.com. 2025 regular season presented by Orlando Health. Christian Campbell shot up the right side, foul into the stands. Biggie on in relief. Pepiot. And another ground ball. This one out to second once more. Over to first to retire the side. A run scores. We go to the bottom half of inning 7. 7-2 Boston. Rays baseball brought to you by Advent Health, official champion of the human spirit. Learn more at adventhealth.com. And by GTE Financial, celebrating 90 years of going beyond money. Thank you, Tampa Bay. Rays coming in to hit in the bottom of the 7th inning. They will have some ground to make up. Zach Kelly's going to be the new pitcher. And Rortvedt leading off the home half of the frame. And the first pitch is a strike. Too high, 1-1. Five innings for Buehler, 1 for Wilson, and now Kelly. Two and one. Play 2-2.
Boy, Zach Kelly landing awkwardly on that pitch, and something doesn't feel right.
We're going to go out and take a look. Apparently not landing in that same spot he would like to down there.
It's kind of a misstep there at the end. Kind of he rolled something a little bit. Landed fine, and then right there.
Redressing the front side, the landing area of the mound.
The landing right here, fine. Everything looks good. And then right there, you see that little bit of a roll. Where it's been dug out by other guys landing. It's over on the other side with the lefties.
Those lefties.
Those have always problems.
2-2, that's popped up. Right side, Casas. Backing up a little bit behind the bag. So we have one out in the bottom of the 7th inning, and swing back around to the top of the lineup, Yandy Diaz. Don't forget tomorrow, Rays Live, the pregame show presented by Canes. Rich and Matt will be along. We'll hear from Zach Littell, and the A's going to break down Jake Mangum. Mangum in that lineup again tonight, and so there's a little assignment for
I love
PA.
it. I love it. Not a game time decision. Get it the night before.
It's fouled out of play. Yeah, that would be your mission if you choose to accept it.
I do choose to accept that. You know what? I could one better you. Next time he comes to the plate, I could go ahead and get it out of the way tonight.
That's right. You could just replay it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Sounds like a good plan.
They can do that. If I wouldn't have been in the pregame show today, you should have seen what I was going to wear to do the game.
Ooh, well. Ooh, that's a strikeout.
I would have looked like the guy down there in the front row with the tank top that was just screaming.
Well, 2 gone. Let's check in with Ryan right now. Ryan, what have you got for us?
All right, Dwayne B.A. Remember I talked about the $20 standing room only? Well, I guess I'm kind of in sitting room only seats out here in center field. I've got a bunch of friends out here with me. We've got a big Rays fan out here to my right as well. These are the $20 area tickets that I talked about with the Rays Rush. If you go to raysbaseball.com/RaysRush, for $20, you can actually get some standing room only tickets out here in center field. I mean, these are pretty darn good seats out here. I had a couple friends that came yesterday, were raving about the opportunity to be this close. We talk about the intimacy of this ballpark. Dwayne and B.A., you don't get much closer than out here in center, basically in left center out here to be able to, I could throw a handful of sunflower seeds and hit some of these guys in the outfield.
All right, very good. Well, see, he's the safety valve. We start to, divert a little bit.
Oh, there was.
And then Ryan's
there
right
was
there.
a quick transition.
Go to Ryan right now.
Yes, for whatever. An emoji guy was back out there. Loves baseball.
Ooh, a strike on the inside corner, 1-2.
Yeah, that was a quick.
Yeah.
That was a quick
there you go.
transition. There he is.
That's Ryan's new fan. he's got a lot of them too.
Loves baseball, loves Jackie. He's becoming a man of the people.
He is. Absolutely. Swing and a miss. So Brandon Lau out on strikes. We're going to head into the 8th. 7-2 Boston. By Rooms to Go. Don't miss the store-wide mattress sale going on now. It's time to improve the way you sleep. And by Suncoast Credit Union. More perks and less fees. Join today at suncoast.com. And on to the 8th inning we go. First pitch Mason Englert in the game, and jumping on that when Tristan Casas hits it a long way, but well foul. So a strike to begin the 8th.
A lot of twos in that last outing against the Braves. 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 punchies, 22 pitches.
Deuces wild. 1-1. Rays winning the opening game 16-1. They trailed in this one. It's a 7-2 ball game. It's down. Englert last pitched Sunday against Atlanta, 2 innings. Gave up a couple hits, no runs, and picked up 2 strikeouts. Two. There's that changeup. Had a pretty good changeup the other day. Picked up a strikeout with one of those.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's such a great pitch. It's the only pitch that mimics another. You know, the fastball. You give the same arm speed. It comes out of the hand relatively the same, and it's just the velocity's not there. So hitters, they see the fast arm, they see the spin, and they go out thinking fastball, and it's just not there yet.
Oh, a line drive, a leaping attempt by Lau, and it's a base hit into right, sharply hit.
Oh, right there, it came back with the changeup. That one stayed up a little bit. That gave Casas an opportunity to put a pretty good swing on it. Brandon had a chance. See, that pitch stays up, ends up just above the knees, around the thighs, and so it gets roped and just not high enough.
Yeah, roped at 110.7.
Yeah.
Rafaela. Strike one on that big cut. A little tapper, foul. Nothing in 2. Pepiot 6, Biggie 1. Now Englert. And the cut and miss. Out in front on that. So Rafaela departs. Carlos Narvaez about to step in. A ball, no strikes. Just missed there, down a little bit. Let's see, for around 94. Two and one. Englert, originally in the Texas Rangers organization. And how about that with the changeup?
Yeah, that's, I'll tell you, seen a lot of good changeups here tonight.
2-2.
Well, the other thing that changeup does, it allows your fastball to play up. You know, you could have a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that plays to, 98. because of a good changeup on the other end.
It's fouled back. Englert worked in the game on Sunday against Atlanta. Worked the final 2 innings in the Rays' 8-3 win. Still 2-2. Rays came into this game 8-8 on the year. Boston 8-10. And they'll go there, getting off the plate. 3-2. And he got him. Back-to-back strikeouts. That one dropped out of sight.
This is a two-seamer at 93. One on the outer part of the plate, and look at that ball just dive down to the edge. Showing some really good stuff here tonight.
2 outs with Casas still at first, and we go to the top of the order. Duran starts him with a change off the plate. The ball, no strikes. Two and 0. Stayed wide, not quite break to the zone. 3-0. He gets this one in there. 3-1. Ball 4. So the walk will put another man aboard and push Casas up to second. And it will get Rafael Devers up there with 2 men on and 2 men out. And a big cut starts him with a fastball. Strike 1. Devers doubled his first time, 1 for 4. Upstairs, 1-1. With all the damage Devers has done to Major League pitching, Rays have been pretty good with him. He's hitting under 240 lifetime off Rays pitching. Ground ball right to Walls. Shading toward the middle, and he throws him out. 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Caminero due to lead off. Rays baseball is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And by Mid-Florida Credit Union, Florida's community credit union. Junior Caminero leading off here in the bottom of the 8th. Strike the count. And that's a strike again out there. Buehler for 5. Wilson worked 1. Zach Kelly a 1-2-3 7th with a couple strikeouts and quickly ahead of Caminero. Caminero scored a run when he walked in the 4th inning, driven home on the fly ball by Meisner. Manuel Rodriguez up in the bullpen for the Rays. And the pitch foul back. Fastball up out of the zone, but out over the plate. Down.
That's a good take. That's a good take.
Aranda waiting to be next. Swing and miss. That is out number 1. Stay tuned. Rays Live, the post game presented by Advent Health. Rich and Matt will be along. We'll hear from Kevin Cash and interviews from the clubhouse with Ryan Bass. Aranda's bat remains hot tonight. We'll have highlights. All of that coming up next on Rays Live, the post game. Here is Aranda. His 3rd home run of the year in the 2nd inning. He has singled and walked since then. Average up to 422. Into center. Rafaela got a nice little jump and makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Christopher Morel go for 2 with a walk. Big cut on the fastball, strike 1. And again, 96.
And you really don't see him deviating from it because you haven't seen Morel be able to cut down on his swing yet.
Yep.
And so if he's going to continue to swing that big and that long, heater top of the zone all day.
And right back up there with it. Strikes him out on 3 pitches. He had the prescription there. 7-2 Boston.
Good. CTE Financial Instantly Easy Replay. A couple of long balls here, and both of them out there to deep right center field. This one, Rays had a chance. Meisner, great effort going up to try to get that. Could not bring it in. 4-hit night, 2 homers. That means 2 times he had to wear that mask.
In the grand scheme of things, apparently a small price to pay. And here's Bregman again with Manuel Rodriguez in the game. He is the 4th pitcher of the night for the Rays. 1 ball, no strikes. A 4-hit night for Bregman. Single, homer, double, homer. Two balls and a strike. 6 runs off Pepiot in 6 innings. 1 run off Biggie in an inning. Engler, no runs in an inning, and now it's Rodriguez. And he is behind in the count, 3-1. Abreu on deck. And the count's going to be full now. And a base hit punched up the middle. And a 5-hit night for Alex Bregman. He is 5 for 5. Punched that one right back through the middle.
I mean, stays on the baseball, through the middle of the plate, through the middle of the field. Just an outstanding job, and obviously some kind of locked in here tonight. Those home runs tell you that too. You're hitting them deep to right center field, staying on the baseball, being able to power it that way. A guy that's so often known for pulling the ball, especially when you think about the Crawford boxes in Houston.
Yep.
And he did pull a couple tonight, but he has gone through the middle of the field a number of times too.
Well, a strike to Abreu. Ground ball. Oh, great pickup at second. Out there, and Walls over to first. Safe, the call there. Lau started that with that pickup at second base, and they get the force on Bregman. Lau to Walls.
The shortstop, Trevor Story.
So Abreu beat the play back to first. Trevor Story. And a strike. One and one. Bregman forced at second after picking up his 5th hit of the night. Abreu aboard, and a 1-2 count on Story. Rodriguez stepping back off the mound after the rosin bag. Ground ball, third base, scoop Caminero out at second, and safe at first again. It's a fielder's choice for Story, with Abreu cut down 5-4 for the second out.
That ball off the bat, Caminero goes in. Nice job with the scoop, the feed. Just Story hustling up the line, able to beat it out.
Christian Campbell. And the first pitch strike. That's some low heat there at 99.
Yeah, I mean, he's clipped 100 here tonight.
One and two.
There you go, another 9-9er.
Yep.
Well, he's got that ability. You know, we talk about it every time he comes out there. Just power stuff. Can miss bats. Can pick up strikeouts. Really adept at getting ground balls. We've seen a couple of those already.
Fly ball the other way to right. Mangum is there and makes the catch at the track. And we're headed into the bottom of the ninth. Meisner will lead it off.
And Ryan Pepiot, the Boston Red Sox offense came out hot early and were able to get to Ryan for 6 earned runs. He did get through 6 innings, giving up the 9 hits. Walker Buehler on the other side, 5 innings. He had to work hard too. Rays had a couple of different opportunities, but they were not able to cash in against Walker Buehler, so he gets through 5, giving up 2 earned runs. How about Alex Bregman with 5 hits tonight, couple of home runs. Outstanding night for him. Jonathan Aranda continues to swing the bat very well for the Rays. He's got a solo home run, a single, and a walk, but Rays down 5 with 3 outs to go.
And it will be Meisner to lead it off, and the first pitch is a strike. And Kelly has thrown a lot of strikes as he begins his 3rd inning of work. Meisner driving in a run with a fly ball back in the 4th inning. And is down 0-2. Starts to go, lays off the change up there. Two and two. Here's Mangum on deck. On the ground, that's going to go through. Out of the reach of Campbell. Meisner is aboard to lead it off in the 9th. First hit given up by Kelly.
We talked about a lot of stuff to the pull side for Meisner, but he's got those long arms. He's able to reach that pitch. It was elevated. He gets it outside the dive of Christian Campbell.
Jake Mangum. .94 in there for a strike. Not sure if Mangum thought That was a strike.
The bottom of the zone certainly was all over the plate.
This one away, popping up out of the mid of Narvaez, but no attempt to advance by Meisner. 1-1. Cut at 96 up. Now it's 1-2. Well, Mangum coming into this one, 3 hits in his last 5 at bats. He got off to that quick start and then went 0 for 13, then 3 for 5, 1 for 3 tonight. Getting 313 overall right now, and down in the count. 2-2. Taylor Walls on deck. Little chop to the left side. That hits the bag and rolls up the left field line. Meisner's going to go to third, and into second base goes Mangum. How about that?
That's Jake Mangum. That's what he does. I mean, just always looking to put the ball in play, down in the count, 2-strike approach. We talk about it all the time. Stays inside this baseball, just slaps it. Just slaps it. He's got a ton of room to work with, and he lays it right off the back edge of that bag. Check this out. Right off the back edge, and turns it into a rolling double.
And here is Taylor Walls. It's down, 1 ball, no strikes. So it's a 7-2 game, but the Rays have put the first 2 men on. And enough action to get something going in the bullpen for Boston. Battery there taking a little time, and Aroldis Chapman starts to get loose. Chapman, after all that time in New York, now in Boston. Want to know the count to Taylor Walls. Foul the other way. Fouls it back. Walls with a couple at bats against Kelly, 0 for 2. And a ground ball down the right side, picked by Casas with the toss to Kelly. Run will score, so on contact, Meisner crosses the plate. Over to third base moves Mangum. Walls picks up the run batted in to make it a 7-3 ball game. And Rortvedt will bat. Rays have Mangum at third and 1 out. Still need a couple more base runners. Rortvedt misses the fastball up. Rortvedt with couple plate appearances against Kelly. 0 for 1. Drew a walk. 0 for 2 tonight with a base on balls. And he takes that one just out of the zone. 96 from Kelly. We have the top of the order, Yandy Diaz, to be next. We're in the bottom of the 9th. And that makes the count 1-2. On a couple hits and a ground ball so far here in the 9th. And 2-2. Yandy waiting on deck. In on him, and it's popped up foul. Narvaez, the catcher there by the on-deck circle, making the grab. And the Rays down to their final out. Yandy Diaz is on his way to the plate. Wrap-up game of this series tomorrow night. Zach Littell will be on the hill for the Rays. That's a 7:05 first pitch. Coverage will begin at 6:30. There's Zach. With 2 outs. And here is Yandy Diaz. Well, Kelly came on, worked the 7th and 8th, and tried to finish it. 3 innings would match his career high in the big leagues. Well, here's Yandy trying to keep it going, and he will with the base hit into right. And the Rays pick up their 2nd run of the inning, wasting no time. Yandy drives in the run, and it's now 7-4.
Pitching change coming. You know that with Aroldis Chapman out there loosening. Yandy Diaz wastes no time, gets a little cutter out over the plate, and there he is. A hard line drive to right field. What new?
And that's going to be it. Aroldis Chapman will be the new pitcher. And the Red Sox go to their closer. The Rays with a couple runs here in this inning. Brandon Lowe due up. Now Lowe is 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts against Chapman.
Well, that's why he's not coming to the plate. And the Rays are going to turn to their bench. It's going to be Curtis Mead. And you can see right here about 80% on the fastball between 4 and 2 seam for Chapman. He's 3 for 3 in the saves.
And it's going to be Mead. Rays with a runner at first. 2 gone. And the first pitch is a strike. Mead has never faced Chapman. Jumping right into the fire against him. 1-1. Eight prior pinch hitting assignments, 2 for 8 for Mead. And that's a strike. 1-2.
How about that? That split looked like a slider. He pulled it.
This one all the way to the backstop, bounding back toward the third base line. And Yandy winds up at second. That pitch was uncorked.
You can say that again. 101 miles an hour, hit the bull. He tried the corner and missed.
Will look good on the replay. 2-2 the count. Runner at second now. Mead at second. Or rather, Yandy at second. And a swing and miss. Mead chased that one, and he is out on strikes. And so the second game of this series will go to Boston. Here's the strikeout of Mead from Chapman.
99 up above the belt, between the belt and the letters, away, just cannot reach it.
And the Rays with 2 runs, 3 hits in the 9th inning, and fall a little short in this 7-4 final.
Well, and how about the night of Alex Bregman? A 5-for-5 night, and he obviously got it started early. You go right back to that first inning, and it was a single. Then all of a sudden, here we go, gets a pitch, able to put it out there deep into right center field. There's a home run. Next time up, he doubles over the head of Morel off the wall. And off Hunter Biggie, a fastball, he's able to get full extension. Cameron Miser had a shot. That ball comes out of the end of the glove, and then how about that, Manuel Rodriguez? Pretty good pitch. He takes it right through the middle of the field. What a night for the